So today we are going to talk about Java Basics, part of OCA Exam 8, and it's the part 2. So in part 2 we are going to cover the main method. So every Java program, it starts execution from a very specific place. That place is called the main method. If the JVM cannot find the exact main method, it expects the program will never run. In the OCA exam, many questions fail even before a single line of code executes, mainly because the main method signature is not optional or flexible. It looks for one exact method name, return type, and parameter. So it's very important, and we need to really understand the various parts of it. And let's go forward to the second slide. So as you see in the exam, in Java Basics, right? So we have already covered Java class structure. For that, the YouTube video is available. Then we are going to cover the main method now. And we are going to also cover access modifiers, scope and lifetime, packages and imports, Java features, etc. in later videos. So why main matters, right? So there are various things to discuss about why main matters. So main is not special to Java the language, it's special to the JVM. The JVM or Java virtual machine, right? It has hard-coded contract. So when you say you have compiled using Java SE, my class, a class called my class, and you want to run it. So you type Java my class, right? So when you run it, it searches for exactly one signature: public static void main string then bracket, right? If it finds it, it calls it. If not, error will be thrown. That's it. So it has to be very specific: public static void main string args. So why it is public? Because the JVM calls it from outside your class. So it has to be public, right? So JVM is not within your class. It's outside and it's calling it from outside the class. And so obviously it has to have public access to the method. Why is static? Because JVM never creates an object of your class, right? Never instantiates your class. So it has to be static. It will just call your class.main args directly on the class. So no constructor, no new keyword. Static means I can call you without an object. And then why it's void? Because who will receive the return value? The JVM calls the main method, and when main method finishes, program is done. So there's nobody waiting for a return value. So it's void, right? And the parameter is string because the command line arguments are always text. When you type a Java, say you have this say you have a calculator class, you have compiled it into calculator dot class, and then you are trying to run it, say Java calculator. So you then give Java calculator, Java space calculator space 5 space 3, right? We are going to discuss more. So JVM here doesn't know much, doesn't know that 5 and 3 are numbers. It passes them as strings, 5 and 3. So that's why this is in string. So a class without main will compile perfectly. So it will compile. If you don't have main also, it's not a problem, but it will not run, right? So the compiler really doesn't care about the main, right? So again, like we discussed earlier, the standard signature, public static void main. We have discussed everything in details in the last slide. Go to the next slide. So you can have valid variations of this. So we'll discuss about the invalid variations also. But here let us discuss about the valid variations. All of this will compile and run. Public static void main string bracket args, public static void main string args, then bracket. So bracket has shifted after args, and before it was in the first part bracket was before args. So both are fine. Where you put the bracket, it's okay. Third one is public static void main string then args, right? So what is is vararg basically. And then we have static public void main. So static is before public, that's also is okay. And then public static final void main string, then a can replace args. It doesn't really matter what name you give. Args is not particular about it. Java is not particular about it, what you call it, a. And then you can have a final also there. And then you have public static void main and string my args, right? Instead of args, it's my args. So that's fine. That's not a problem there at all. So regarding this final, right? So let's discuss about it. So why public static final void main is okay? So it's quite completely valid. It compiles and runs as an entry point. The JVM only cares about public static void main and string args as parameter. Final is just an extra modifier saying that this method can be overridden in subclasses. JVM doesn't care about it, and so it's all okay, right? And also you can go bigger. You can say public static final synchronized void main string A. So that's also is okay. JVM will ignore modifiers. It doesn't need to know. It doesn't need, and just matches the core signature. That should be fine. Then it will all work. Let's go to the next slide. But there are various invalid signatures we have to be very careful about. So say you have private static void main string args. So private will not work, right? It has to be public because JVM has to call it, right? Then you have public void main. Where is static? It needs to have static because JVM is not going to instantiate your class. They are going to directly call this method. So it has to be static. Then you have public static int main. Int won't work because it's not returning an int value, right? It's returning a void value. It's not returning anything, so it's void. So it has to match. So this also will not work. Then we have public static void capital M main, but in capital M, right? That's a wrong name. It will not match. It has to be small m. Then public static main. Where is void there, right? That's totally missing there. So it will not compile. So then public static final run. Final is okay, but run is not okay, right? It has to be. Then you are missing void. You are missing main. Both you are missing. So it will not also compile. Next slide. So can you overload main? Yes, you can have multiple methods named main with various different parameters, but JVM will call only the particular method that has the right signature. Other overload, you can have overloaded versions, they will compile also, but they will not be called. And they will be called from other methods as if you implement that. We are going to see that later. Okay. Next one is command line arguments. So args0 is the first argument running. Say you have Java, say your class name is my class and you have compiled it using Java SE. Then you have my class as the .class file, right? So you are going to run it now. Say you run it Java my class hello and world. In this case, hello will be the args0 and args1 will be world. But if you access args0 and you say you have running Java my class and you are not passing any value there, right? Hello world or anything like that. So that will give you array index out of bounds exception. So here, how many args are passed? Hello world. So args.length is 2 here. And like I said, right, you are say not passing any parameters there, and in that case you want to access it and it will give you array index out of bounds exception because there is nothing in that array. Let's go to the exams, right? So there's one exam tip before that. A class without main compiles fine, like we discussed, right? And then the question of static block. So before to Java 7 and we could have a static block. Now also we can have, and that static block used to run even if main is not there, and would have printed whatever is there in the static block. Like if you would have compiled this class public class test here, right? And would have run it in Java 6, then static system out println hello, and it would have printed hello there. But starting Java 7 and 8, JVM first checks for main. If it doesn't find main there, it will throw the error immediately. And static blocks will never execute. Even if you have a static block here, it will not execute. So the answer is it will compile fine, but when you are going to run it, it will not print it. And it will throw an error at runtime. No, it doesn't print hello there. So that's the question 1. Which of the following are valid entry point methods that can be executed from the command line? Private static void run. It will not work. Public static final run. No, we need main, right? Then we have public void run. No, it will not. It is not matching the public static void main. Then we have public static void execute. No, we need main. Then fifth one is public static void main string args. This matches. And then public static run. No, none of that. So only this one it matches, right? So if we see, only the matches the exact required one. Okay. Next question. What is the result of compiling and running this code? Say you want to run it. Say this is the class launch, right? You have compiled it and you are going to run, say Java launch, and then you say hello world. This is first parameter, the second parameter. So public static void main, here you see it's int args and this is string args, right? So when the JVM calls this main method, it will look for a string args parameter. So these will get called, right? This will not get called, this will not get called. So this calls it and then it finds args1. This is args0, this is args1, right? And so in that case, what should get printed? It will print world, right? It will print world. And these are not this thing because it is already having value, so array index out of bounds exception will not happen here. Okay, now a little harder question. What is the output of the following code, right? What are we seeing here in this code? We have a static string result, we have public static void main, public static void main. This is the actual signature string args. Then we have int main. These are all overloaded method. Function overloading we'll discuss later, but for now let us hear what is this question. Public static void main but double now. So these are only overloaded questions, right? This is the main method that will get called from the JVM. So JVM calls this, so results is basically space here and gets added, so it becomes a, right? A. After that it calls another method, this is int value, right? So we have int value here. So this method from here, it goes here. So you are calling it whatever 5 and all. So result is already A gets added to B, AB. So it becomes AB here. Then it calls 2.0. So 2.0 is this method, right? This method is called. So what does it do? It adds C to that AB. So it becomes ABC. And then at that case, because it's a static value, so it gets printed here from here, the system result. So ABC. So what's the result? Is the ABC, right? We discussed this.